Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Grown Gaming's Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In this episode I just decided to pick everything up right in the market because that's really where we need to be. And I also decided there's a couple of gossip stones over here that I want to talk to. Actually, I really just want to talk to this one. Responding to my mask, this strange stone statue talks to me. They say that Gerudos sometimes come to Hyrule Castletown to look for boyfriends, and you might be wondering why they would do that if they could just, marry or whatever within their own race. But I think the legend of the Gerudos is that it is pretty much a female-only race, and they only, I think a male Gerudo is only born either every 100 years or 1,000 years or something like that. Now here we have the Temple of Time, pretty cool. Nothing too special, it's just all white and stuff, but up here we have the Door of Time. And to open the Door of Time, we need all 3 spiritual stones and the Song of Time, which we have. And there's actually kind of a cool glitch where you can skip the Door of Time, but I'm not going to do that because, first of all, it's really hard. I've never actually been able to do it. And also, I'm not sure if the door will be open when you transform into an adult, so I'm not going to try it because I don't want to mess, anything up. So let's go ahead and play the Song of Time. This moment right here, guys, when I was a kid, was one of the best gaming moments I can remember. If only because it took me forever to figure out how to get that water, the spiritual stone of water. I could not beat Jabu-Jabu's belly to save my life. Because if you guys remember, I was telling you about that glitch, how I was trying to, glitch into that little pillar pulsing thing so that I could, beat it. Yeah, it just took me forever to be able to do it. So to finally get this, to see the Triforce light up like that, and the Door of Time to slide open like that, it was just, even today, this is one of my favorite things about the game, just being able to do this, because after probably literally a year of not being able to do it, I guess I got older, I figured out how to beat it, and the rest is history, I guess. Kyle, isn't that... It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. You better believe it's the Master Sword. Let's go pick it up. Excellent work! As I thought, you held the keys to the Door of Time. You have led me to the gates of the Sacred Realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Kyle. Wake up! Kyle, the Chosen One! I am Rauru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the Sacred Realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the Sacred Realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the Pedestal of Time, was the final key to the Sacred Realm. Kyle, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. Look, Kyle, you're big now. You've grown up. I guess you could say he's full grown, huh? The Master Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? But remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years, it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence even in this sacred realm, namely this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the powers of the other sages and add their might to your own. And we're gonna get our first medallion here. Like I said, that cutscene right there, the stuff of magic, I guess, the stuff of gaming legend. Here we get the light medallion. And the thing is, it's gonna tell us that it adds the power of the sages to or whatever. Yeah, we received the light medallion, oh my goodness. Rauru the Sage adds his power to yours. Not really, because I think it would have been cool if every time you got one of these, you got another power, but as far as I know, it doesn't really do anything, other than you have to have all of them to beat the game. Kyle, we're back in the Temple of Time, but have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. What do you mean I'm not going to be able to use the weapons I had as a kid? I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, one inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the Hero of Time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikas. As I see you standing there, holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary Hero of Time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the Forest Temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to the Kakariko village. Do you understand, Kyle? I guess so. Who in the world is this? And I hope I'm pronouncing the race of her people right. But if you notice, she has a very effeminate voice. Wink, wink. Anyway, let's go ahead and go. She says we need to go to Kakariko Village. But the first thing we're going to do is actually go to Lon Lon Ranch. There are 2 pretty cool things I want to show you there. And it's ridiculous that I want to show you this, I guess. What in the world is going on with Death Mountain? That looks like something we're going to have to clean up later. But anyway, if you guys remember, I said something about Malin's necklace, or brooch, I believe it's called. I'm just going to tiptoe through here like they can't see me, and we'll be okay. Anyway, in Lon Lon Ranch, we can actually finally see Malin's, brooch thing. And you might have been able to see it before, but this is really when you're supposed to be able to see it, I guess. And look at the haze around Hyrule Field. You have to walk a pretty good distance away from the, you know, the market to be able to see the light, I guess. And I guess that's supposed to show. And you know what, now that I think about it, it would have been a good idea to go back to, you know, Hyrule Castle. Because it's not Hyrule Castle anymore. But probably in the next episode or something, I'll show you what happens to, or what happened to it. Anyway, I want to show you Malon's brooch, first of all, and we need to play Epona's song because something pretty cool is going to happen with it. Now, I'm not sure, I probably should have gone into Lon Lon Ranch a little better than I did, but I think the thing about this is, Malon pretty much owned the ranch, and then Ingo, which is this guy's name, there are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch, but, yep, that's exactly what happened. He cheated Talon out of the... Wait a minute, I'm going crazy. Talon on the ranch, not Malon, and then Ingo, with the power of Ganondorf, I guess, kind of took over the ranch. So, yeah. Now, we can actually pay this guy, I believe, to go into the thing here, and that's what we're gonna have to do. That guy Talon was weak. I, the hardworking Ingo, poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen, the great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. Was it really Ganondorf's to give away, though? I will raise a fine horse and win recognition from the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? Pay me 10 root? Fine, alright. Nope, don't need to listen. But yeah, we pretty much have to... Actually, I'm not even sure if this is a required part of the game, but if you play Epona's song, Epona obviously will come over to you. And I think the thing with Epona is, you know, Ingo couldn't really tame her. Because, you know... Wait, no, I'm not done. I want to ride. Anyway, I don't think Epona could be tamed by Ingo. I think Malon was really the only person that could. And I guess me, now that I have Epona's song. This is kind of, like I was about to say, I don't think this part of the game is actually mandatory. But it is kind of cool to be able to ride the horse around. And also, I'm pretty sure Epona is the only one that can jump this thing right here. Which is what makes... her kind of... She's way faster, basically, than anybody else, or any of the other horses here. And apparently, if you jump across those things, you get rupees, I guess to pay for the minigame. Let's go ahead and talk to Ingo, though. When you want to dismount... Wait a minute. I'm not sure how to actually get to, you know, race him. There's a place where you gotta race him and beat him, but I'm not sure actually how you trigger that. Maybe you have to ride around here a couple of times. Alright guys, I'm not sure what I did differently that time, but now we can actually race Ingo. And from what I remember, he's not all that difficult, but I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna lose this race. Like I said, Let's Play Curse takes over you could be the best, you know, video game player in the world. As soon as you try and record something and show everybody what you can do, it pretty much goes away. Now, the mechanics of riding a horse are pretty simple. You just, you know, move with the control stick like you're controlling Link. But the thing is, you get those carrots up there, which when you press A, I guess somehow makes Epona go faster. And I'm not sure how many laps this is. Hopefully it's only one. I better have won that, I swear. Apparently I did. It didn't actually kind of look like it. Shoo! If the great Ganondorf found out about this humiliation, hey you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse. We better win it then, because I don't think he's gonna even let us out of here if we win. Alright, I remember this one actually being kind of harder when I did it as a kid. I think it was because I kind of wasted all the carrots at once when I was a kid. What's up with that horse? Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was gonna present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet it on the race and lost. Shoo! Ha ha ha! As I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. That is creepy and probably illegal. Luckily, we have Epona, one of the best horses in the land, and watch what we can do with her. Probably a close second behind, you know, opening the door of time and transforming into an adult as a kid, because just the freedom, I guess, of being able to jump over walls with Epona, and just having Epona in the first place is a pretty cool thing. And now, obviously, that we have a horse we can ride around... Well, I didn't... Whoa! Apparently she was about to break her legs there. Anyway, she doesn't jump over some things, and it's not really a big deal. And also, I'll talk about that Poe you just saw in a second, but anyway, Epona, you can call her from pretty much anywhere in the field if you play Epona's song, so it's kind of really useful. It's kind of really useful, that makes sense. It's really useful for getting places pretty fast, but if you go somewhere she doesn't want to go like that, she'll kind of rear up on her hind legs like that. But we're going to actually leave Epona right here, because I have one more thing that I want to do before I end the episode, and that is actually get the Hookshot, which is what we need to get into the Forest Temple. And I think it's kind of cool how the first place you got to go, you know, as an adult pretty much, is actually to the graveyard, which... The graveyard's not a huge part of the game by any means, but I think it's kind of cool how they tried to make it a little bit more important. Like, it's the first place you gotta go to get an item. And as far as I know, with... Actually, you know what? The Big Goron sword, which is an upgrade kind of to the Master Sword. You'll see what I mean when I do that side quest. But as far as I know, the Hookshot's really one of the only weapons or items you get outside of a temple, or, you know, one of the dungeons as a kid, so that's kind of cool. Now, before I do that, though... Let's go ahead and ride up this bean plant that we planted as a kid. That is pretty cool, right? And I'm pretty sure, yep, piece of heart under here. So I think we only need one more to get another piece of, or another heart container. Let me check. Yep, one more. And I think there's 10 up there without counting. I'm pretty sure there's 10, but there's 10 per line. And you need, I mean, I think the maximum is 20 hearts. So hopefully before the end of the game, I get the maximum. Now, to continue in the game here, you need to pull back this little thing right here and jump in. And enter the question mark. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. Creepy, because I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Dampe. And also, this is like the second race we've done in this episode. I'm not sure how many more races there are in the game, now that I think about it. But he throws, you know, fire, as you can see. If you get caught on fire by one of those things, I don't think it ends your chances of winning a race or anything, but it does slow you down, if I remember. And also, there are these doors that you have to watch out for. Even if you're... I mean, it's not necessarily even a race to the end. Yeah, apparently if you run into one, you fall down like that. But the doors are kind of like checkpoints, almost. And not even quite like checkpoints. Oh my goodness. The doors will close, like this door. If you don't get to that door in time, it will close, as you saw right there. So if even if you could catch up to him, if you don't get by one of the doors, you're probably not going to win, because if the door closes, you're done. Now, you can also go this way and turn left, and you don't have to exactly follow him, and you don't even have to beat him to the end of the race. All you gotta do, really... Did I really just jump off that? Alright, made it back to this room. Not sure how much faster or slower I might have made it. But anyway, like I was saying, you don't actually have to beat him to the end of the thing. You just have to get into this door right here before the door closes, pretty much. The time of this race was 1 minute and 3 seconds. Hee hee hee, young man. You are very quick to be able to keep up with me. Hee hee hee. As a reward, I'm gonna give you my treasure. It's called the Hookshot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it will be helpful to you. Close enough. I live here now, so come back sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing. Be careful on your way back. Apparently, in the 7 years that I was locked away in the spirit realm, or the realm, I forgot what the sacred realm, there we go, Dampe died. And that is kind of sad to me, because I always thought Dampe was kind of a cool old man. But regardless, we get the Hookshot, a spring-loaded chain that you can cast out to hook onto things. And we will. The thing is, it's kind of limited in use. It's kind of like the Fairy Ocarina. Obviously, it was useful for the first part of the game, but then it kind of got upgraded to, you know, the Ocarina of Time. The same thing's going to happen to the Hookshot, but to get out of here, we need to play the Song of Time. Yep, so apparently that is how you're supposed to get out. Like, anytime you see one of those blue blocks like that looks like it has that, you know, Temple of Time logo thing on it, it's pretty much a cue you need to play the Song of Time. Now, before the episode ends, the last thing I want to do is get that piece of heart over there, and we'll actually get to start our second row of hearts, I believe. Now, unfortunately, you can't make this thing go any faster. Come on, now. And there we go. And the thing I like about getting these pieces of heart is it actually completes, or what am I'm reading while I'm trying to talk. It actually heals you. So if you're kind of dire and, in dire straits, you can get one of those and, heal yourself. So eventually we're going to get to learn a song from him, but not right now. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I want to see you guys back for the next episode where we take on the Forest Temple, hopefully. So I'll see you guys then.